there's underrepresentation in the politics, there's underrepresentation in business, there's underrepresentation. Like right now, Palestine is overrepresented in this room, I would say, but not in the world global politics. So how do you define what underrepresented is first?
I mean, I think you set it up well in the sense that it really depends on where you're at, right? So, for instance, you talk about the formation of Israel, right? You know, since we have a live audience, how many people are familiar with Ralph Bunche here? Raise your hand. Okay.
Zero people.
Right, no, right? Okay.
Including me.
Right. So Ralph Bunche won the Nobel Peace Prize. He escaped twice assassination attempts because he was a diplomat and he was someone who stood for anti-colonialism, right? And people don't know that, right? But to think about, he's the first person of African descent to get a Nobel Peace Prize, and y'all don't know who that is. That's what underrepresentation is. Why do I know it? The bodysuit, right? Because that's a part of what's called African American history, but that's not, right? That's world history, right? And so you hear people all around going, why don't we know this? Exactly. Why? Because it's an underrepresented part of history, even though it's a major part of all of our history in this room, right? And so that's what I mean by underrepresented, where, for instance, you know, you say to people, do you know who Christopher Columbus is? How many people would raise their hands in here? Yeah, pretty much everybody, right? And it's kind of like, duh, right? But then why isn't it duh that we don't know who Ralph Bunche is, right? That's what I mean by underrepresented.